What's going on, resellers out there in YouTube land? How is everybody this morning? It is still technically the morning on the West Coast. All right, gonna recap the overnight sales, what sold while I was sleeping, and I got a couple topics of conversation that I want to share with you, and then I'll just show you a couple pickups. Nothing huge that I picked up at the thrift store yesterday. I thought there was something else I wanted to show you, but anyhow, I was thinking about eBay, like I do, and I think I know, maybe not I know, but so I was explaining promoted listings to my youngest daughter, adult youngest daughter, and she was just like, she couldn't believe it. She was like, so you're paying them 15% when you sell something, and some people are now paying them 5, 10, 15% just to advertise, whereas that's what they're supposed to be doing anyhow. If you think about it, like, this is what made eBay so attractive when it started. It's like, people they have stuff around the house, they have stuff that it potentially unique, but they have no way of selling it. So eBay came along. eBay filled a void, and it was an amazing void. It was an amazing run from '95 until, I don't know, right before. Well, let's just say right up until COVID. It was an amazing run, but ever since then, it just feels like eBay had. So my daughter was like, So they're essentially milking you for fees. Like and I'm like, yeah, that's a pretty good way to put it. You got promoted listings. You've got the promoted listings, I forget what it's called, like premium something, where it's like you can pay a per day fee. And then they just came out with something else where it's like, is it promoted listings plus? Where eBay, like, if you turn on this feature, eBay will automatically change the percentage based on whatever they deem. You're essentially giving the keys to eBay to take as much money from you as they want. Whatever they deem to be the appropriate advertising budget for that category on that day. That is just a disaster. I don't know why anybody would ever do that. And then I was watching a video on YouTube, and then I keep seeing these ads for eBay, and like eBay Motors. And then I was thinking, like, didn't we see an eBay ad during the Super Bowl? And I'm like, they're essentially just using they're charging us to do what they should already be doing, to basically pay for their advertising budget. I mean, it's genius, and we're the suckers who are going along with this cycle, this race to the bottom, call it. Honestly, eBay is reminding me more and more of like a company that is, and I love eBay. Okay, let me just say, I love everything that they stood for, but, and they're still, I know, even after all this complaining, they are still the game in town, but I'm telling you, this is not gonna, like, there's gonna be another company that comes along and fills this void. There's gonna be another company that's gonna be like, okay, you know what, we can do what eBay used to do, and we can not charge. That's gonna be their selling point. At least that should be the new company's selling point, is we're not going to charge you for advertising. We're going to charge you for normal expenses. But I don't know. It's sold some light bulbs, a 6-pack of light bulbs for, oh man, I can't remember if it was 18 or 22. I think it was. So let's just say around 20. I get these things normally pretty cheap at thrift stores. Or I could have even bought these in a lot at a garage sale. I probably don't have more than $3 in these things. What got me started selling lights was I bought this massive lot of like old light bulbs, like old, like they're really cool in the original packaging. And like I remember when the slowdown started to hit in terms of like discretionary products and like things that people don't have to have, and I was thinking, you know, what are some things that I can sell that are more practical and that people are going to be buying no matter what, and light bulbs are one of them. So yeah, so these sold. Sold this for $30. This Kiss Me purse. Yeah, I mean, not much to say about this. I'm all in on this for. Oh, I just saw some wear on this. Might have to contact the customer about this. And then another thing I wanted to talk about was, yesterday I get an email from somebody on eBay, and they're like, "This item never got here. I want my money back, or I'm going to open a case." And I was like, okay. So I look at it, could not find the order anywhere. Like, he took a screenshot of the order and it had the order number on there. So I call in eBay. I'm like, hey, what's the deal with this? I'm like, I try to respond to it, and I get an error message saying that I'm trying to communicate about an item that doesn't exist or something like that. So I'm like, is this a scam? You know, but if it's not, I do need to address it. After about 10-15 minutes of waiting on the phone, the eBay rep had to like do a deep dive into this. Turns out this was an order from 2 years ago. Not 1 year, but 2 years ago. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but if any order that you sell, if 3 months go by, that's the limitations that a buyer has to basically say that they never got an item. So once 3 months go by, 90 days, and I think it's from the time it's either from the time of the sale or it's from the time that they paid. I'm a little unclear on that. So yeah, so if you send something, say, that doesn't have tracking, and it's 3 months go by and they say they didn't receive it, you don't even have to show proof that say it doesn't have tracking. It's basically money. And they can't leave any negative feedback after that. So I don't know if you guys know that or not, but it's good to know. A 5-set issue of Nancy Drew sold for $16. No big deal there. And this is somebody's coming to pick this up locally later on. This was something I had on eBay. It's a air seal for a portable air conditioner. 'Tis the season, right? So I had this on eBay, and it had been on there for a while. The price had come down. Somebody made me an offer for for 10 or 15, and I'm just like, you know, this should be more than that. And then I'm thinking to myself, you know, it's over a pound. It's actually going to be too expensive to ship to even make it. So, you know, I've had this for a while, but I'm more and more starting to pull things down from eBay with rising shipping costs for things, especially like this, that just make sense to sell locally. Yeah, and I'm just finding success that way. And it's just better, you know, not having to deal with shipping something or charging somebody. Like, I remember the guy who made me an offer was in Puerto Rico, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to ship this to Puerto Rico, and I'm not going to accept your $10 or $15 offer. But yeah, so just the 4 items right now that sold, but it's early in the day. Yeah, a couple things I picked up. So I want to actually send an email to this guy about this purse. I didn't notice It's always good to check your items because it's new with tags, but I don't know, I think age might have just worn it down. I wonder if I declared that in the... Picked up a Clash of the Titans VHS. This is like one of my favorite movies from my childhood, but I haven't watched it in years, so I wonder if it even holds up. But I think there's a little bit of a cult following for things like this. Paid like $1.50 for this. I think this one, like the big, it's like an oversized box compared to a normal VHS. I think this one's a little more desirable. Fright Night Part 2. Looked at comps for this and it seemed unusually high. This was another one, like Fright Night 1. I just loved this show when it came out. And then I picked up Scary Movie, still sealed. I don't, you know, some people say certain DVD or certain VHSs sealed can be valuable, and you know, I'll take a shot on that. And then I just picked up this plush. It's a Chinese, I forget the guy, Crayon Shin, I think is the name of the guy. Super cute with the little bag there. Picked that up for, I think, $4. So other than that, just wanted to do a quick video, share some thoughts. Let's see if there's anything else that I wanted to talk about. Nope, that's about it for the day. We will see you guys when more things sell. Take care.